Hey, what's up guys? Jack and Matt here with the ToastyBros, and today we got you a $200 PC. Gaming, maybe, you know, emphasizing the PC, small emphasis on the gaming, but it is using all custom parts that you can buy yourself and actually put together.
So yeah, we didn't go the Optiplex route. We went and picked up a bunch of used hardware, as you can tell from all this bubble wrap on eBay, and we put together a PC that is definitely capable of gaming in 2022. It even has a GTX 960 in it. I mean, that's pretty capable, but before we dive into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is sponsored by Crucial and their free-to-use Crucial System Scanner, which quickly and easily shows you your storage and RAM upgrade options on your PC. The Crucial System Scanner is used and trusted by millions of users to safely scan your computer without installing any program or accessing any of your personal information, and can find compatible upgrades you can make to your RAM and storage. It can be complicated to know what kind of RAM or storage works with your PC, but the Crucial System Scanner can auto-detect compatibility and recommend some awesome SSDs or RAM kits to upgrade your system. Even on my personal workstation that I built myself, I got a list of compatible upgrades I can make to my PC. I always recommend this tool to friends and family who don't know where to start when upgrading their PC. To learn more and give the scanner a shot, click the link down below and use my code TOASTY15 to get 15% off all Crucial products. And big thanks again to Crucial for sponsoring today's video.
Now, as Matt said, this is using multiple used parts. You guys are probably used to us, you know, using a used graphics card, but in this case, we got used graphics card, used motherboard, probably some used, maybe new RAM, obviously this processor, basically anything that's in this bubble wrap and plastic bags, used. So,
New.
Exactly. You're getting a couple of new things because honestly, there's some things we'll explain are not worth getting used really unless it's a stupid good deal. But for 200 bucks, I mean, it's really hard to do better. I know there's gonna be a lot of people in the freaking comment section that are like, wait, why would you do this? Go with it. And it's like, it's 200 bucks, okay? We're doing the best we can. This is like, if you gave someone $200, you give ToastyBros $200 and said build a PC, this is pretty much the best we can do without going an Optiplex or like an HP. We're making this custom.
And of course, the deal hunters out there that can sit there and look for weeks to find the best deals might be able to find a better GPU or a better CPU or things like that. That's the beauty of deal hunting. You can take your time, but this thing is somewhat replicable. I mean, the CPU, motherboard, and RAM combos are pretty easy to find. The GPU prices are always going down, and these things are always in stock. So I think this can be something you can build at home. So let's go over each individual part and how it makes up this PC build.
So first up, we have the Xeon E3-1230, and this is basically a second gen i7, but there is gonna be like no integrated graphics or anything like that, and speed-wise and everything, it should be like a second gen i7, 4-core, 8-thread, and 20 bucks. If you're gonna get a second gen i7, you're probably looking at like 40 to 60 because i7s just hold value really well, so it's ultimately up to you. You could go with this, you could go with the i7, you could get an i5, you could get a Threadripper.
Go Threadripper.
Don't do that, don't do that. So now the cooler that we have here is basically one that's, you could call it a little thermal paste on the fans.
It's been all over it.
Pretty thick heat sink, and you'll notice that it has actual screws. Now, realistically, because this is just a standard like, you know, i7, i5, i3 socket, it's not 2011 or anything crazy, you can more than likely, so if you notice, this is just held on with adhesive. We could take this off and you could use a stock push pin type cooler, but you're getting a really thick heatsink with this. And I mean, it is a Xeon, so might as well give it a big hunk of aluminum to run with. So that'll screw right in, so we don't have to do any modifications, if you will, and AKA remove this adhesive part. Now for the RAM, we have two 4 gig sticks, and this is actually both Micron sticks, or Crucial as you may know it. So DDR3, you can pick this stuff up on eBay for usually two 8 gig or two 4 gig sticks. You're looking at like 10 to 20 bucks. So you can definitely get a good deal on this stuff. Now the motherboard, a little bit more of a custom job because this is basically an OEM board. This would have been like an Optiplex or something. Well, yeah, Dell. So it would have been a Dell Optiplex. These pins are bent. That's the HD audio. But we are gonna have to have a little bit, those pins are bent.
It's been through it. Does it work?
A little bit of modification, yeah, it doesn't work. But you know, we have a standard 20 or 24 pin, so that's all good. We have a standard 4 pin for the CPU, standard CPU, but the power button, as you can see, this is not your normal power switch. Normally that would have been like a single connector from the Optiplex. A lot of times you can just figure out the 2 pins you need to jump the power, and that's all you gotta do. But these pins are very close together, they're very small. I normally opt for gluing it in like with super glue or use a hot glue gun, but it's totally up to the user. You can also buy, I think, adapters for these. But yeah, everything else on the board's pretty standard. Always check your pins in your little toast here. This is actually, if you didn't know, Intel makes these boards just for us, the ToastyBros logo. They have all of your basic, like, you know, outputs and everything. Obviously, since this is more second gen, you're not gonna get USB 3 and all that. You're also not gonna have a USB 3 header. So if you get a new case like this one, you're gonna want something like, I labeled all these and I still picked the wrong one. So this right here is the USB 2 to 3 adapter. And basically we'll use one of these ones here because we're only gonna have one USB 2. So we'll just run this to the USB 3 and then we'll still have a working header. Won't be USB 3 speeds, but it'll still work good. And now for storage, we have this Team Grip 256 gig and it's one of their classic drives. Basically, it's a 2.5-inch SSD that, might have slightly slower speeds than like one of their nice, NVMe style ones, but it'll still work just the same. Now 256 is not a lot, so keep in mind, if you're gonna play Warzone or other games like that, you might wanna get a hard drive too. You can get a 1 terabyte nowadays on eBay for 10 bucks, so definitely grab 1 terabyte in one of these and you're good to go.
Now for the graphics card, this is what really inspired this $200 PC because GPU prices are getting cheaper. This is a 960, which I'm gonna see if I can open without making a crap ton of noise. Ugh. So yeah, this is a GTX 960 eventually. Yeah, 2 gig card, still in pretty decent condition. There's some dust buildup right here, but overall for a card that's this old, pretty nice condition. You can buy 960s for well under $100. I think this one was like 50 or 60 bucks. So that's how you can get a $200 build here, is a $50 or $60 graphics card. It is only 2 gigs of VRAM, so you're not gonna be playing the latest and greatest titles, but if you're gonna be building a PC for 200 bucks, you're playing your Fortnite, your Minecraft, your Valorants and things like that, and you'll easily get 60 plus, maybe even 100 plus FPS. Now guys, don't be scared. But this right here is the EVGA 500W3. It is a very basic power supply. Now, I would not recommend this for a high-end build, but since we're using some pretty low-end parts, low power parts and stuff that really isn't too crazy, this power supply would be perfectly fine. 500 watts, no problems whatsoever. You could go with like an Ares game that we use over at ToastyBros all the time. We could go with, I don't know, another EVGA unit if you want to spend more money on A+ bronze. But to keep within that $200 budget, we had to go with this guy right here, and I'm not too upset about it. And what we have right here for the case is the S3BK ARGB from DIY PC. Now talk about something we really did not need to get. This is an ARGB case for a really cheap $200 build, but DIY PC makes some of the cheapest in terms of price cases on the market and doesn't sacrifice in terms of looks. Now yes, it is full size and we're running a micro board, but we can make this thing look really cool with some, behind the motherboard running of the cables. We'll show you guys how that works. And the build overall is gonna turn out really, really nice. And I'm very excited to build it and see how it performs in the latest games. Let's do it. All right, guys, we are now in good old Fortnite, and we're on epic view distance, medium textures on performance mode, and yeah, we're getting ready to drop in and see what kind of numbers we can get. Fortnite's a perfect game for like a $200 PC. I mean, we're undercutting the Xbox Series S. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna get the crazy high graphics, but you get PC, keyboard and mouse, and all the cool stuff that PC has to offer. And right now, we're getting 100 FPS. We are going to be limited a little bit by that Xeon, the E3-1230, because it is an older CPU, and when you're running performance settings, you're very CPU bound. But if we can get 60 plus FPS or maybe even maintain a little bit over 100 for 200 bucks, I mean, that's really hard to beat. So let's land in tilted and see what kind of numbers we end up with. All right, we're going to take this strategy. This is a bold strategy. This could not pan out. Oh, Goku. Goku. I missed all my shots though. Oh God, oh nope, didn't miss those though. I don't like what's going on here. There's like a duel happening in front of me. Where'd that person go? Oh, they're building around me, this ain't good. Ah! Oh, that one koala. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Let's medkit in the middle of the open. That's what we like to do. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anybody right now. Up here, some ammo. Tilted seems pretty. Oh no, who is doing that? Oh no, no! How did they get the Kamehameha and they went at me with it? That is terrifying. So if we die, it was meant to be. Oh, yep, we're gonna die. Oh, the fan is revving up and knows my death is imminent. Oh, and I just got shotgun to the face. Yeah, I don't know, man, that was terrifying. The skies go crazy with that, but 100 plus FPS. I almost got him actually, but yeah, Fortnite, very playable. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, guys, we're playing Apex Legends, and we're on pretty much low of the low settings.
That's a way more than I thought it would.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we could raise it a little bit. I don't know if I'd want to raise it, because it definitely is having some like tiny little, like, they're not like full-on stutters, but like little okay, that actually hits me, huh?
Oh. Wait, is that a robot? Is that a bot just like casually walking? What is going on? That stock cooler, for some reason, whenever it gets a little bit too warm, the CPU, it will rev up temporarily, then go right back down.
Yeah, it's weird. It must just be a weird fan curve that I don't know if we can really modify in this board.
It's the downside with the Optiplex boards, not a whole lot of BIOS customization. Oh God. Oh wow, that was lazy. That was a mistake.
Oh, he's down. Oh God.
Oh,
he's charged up.
Deliver the piece.
Oh no. Oh, he's better. That was pretty nice.
Oh. Yes. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, but that's Apex. I mean, a little bit of latency, but for a $200 PC, pretty playable.
You cannot complain. I mean, it's definitely like, I was complaining saying it's harder for me to play because I'm used to 144 hertz,
yeah.
like 1440p and 100 plus FPS. So yeah, going down to like, 80 to 60, higher latency, low refresh rate, like on a 4K monitor is definitely a little weird for me.
Let's play another one.
All right, guys, we're playing some Valorant, and right now we're at 1080p, low settings, and we're gonna opt. Maybe I need to switch to Vandal. I feel like it's gonna be worse though, because I'm not good at Vandal. Okay, I'm switching to Vandal. That was Valorant Legends.
Valorant Legends. Now, yeah, we went ahead and played our little games, had fun times, but we're gonna run some built-in benchmarks for some other games that you might want to know the performance of, and then wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking this PC, and I would say that we were very successful. I mean, 200 bucks, plug and play pretty much. We built it just like any other computer we build here. You really can't do it much cheaper. I mean, sure, like Matt said earlier, we know there's some deal hunters out there who are gonna say, this is a bad deal. I got a 1060 for $5 from my older brother's younger sister. Like, yeah, we get it. You can find better deals, but this is like, we're gonna have links in the description down below that will be affiliate links, and they will help us out, and they'll be readily available for the most part.
Yeah, the only thing you have to deal with is that motherboard. Once again, as long as you get that specific model Optiplex board, which we'll link down below, the power switch is in the top right corner, and you just have to do the far two right pins going vertically instead of horizontally. So once you plug those in, you're good to go. So very simple, no crazy modding. And once again, links down below, the affiliates will help us out. And let us know if there's any other crazy budget PCs you want to see here on the channel, or any other content you want to see, comment down below.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
So this PC right here will actually be for sale at PCBros.tech for a really good deal, but it's probably sold by now, so check out some of the other PCs we have.
PCBros.tech is where we sell gaming PCs we feature here on the channel, and also a bunch of other gaming PCs that are just sold at PC Bros and never make it to the YouTube channel. Really good deals over there. If you use code ToastyBros2 on checkout, you can save 2% on any purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.